G'day guys, it's Jason Hodges. Now, I feel like I'm on holidays. I'm in Coffs Harbour and we're here to check out Simon Voss's brand new renovation. Now, you might remember Simon if you've been following him on realestate.com.au. He was the guy with his brother who won the block. Well, this is his home and we're gonna have a special peek and we'll show you what he's done and why he did it. Come and have a look. Hello mate.
Jace, how you going?
How you going?
Come to see the new build.
Mate, the house is fancy, but I'm more impressed with the garden.
It was bigger than what we expected, but we're finally here and I think it looks great.
I imagined it like it was unrenovated like the houses along the street, older ones.
So it was 1960s, it was a little shack, poor driveway, shocking street appeal, so I think it just needed to freshen up and put some plants in there. I just didn't want to mow lawns, I wanted this just to look good, pretty much. Have my beautiful native plants out here, which is low maintenance as well.
Well, what I like about it is, and I know you're stressing because the plants are small, give me a year for them to grow, but you haven't thrown a lot of money at the garden there.
No.
You know, you can go and buy, and you're better off buying native small and letting them fill up and grow that, because a seed drops in the bush and it grows to its environment. So buying a small plant and letting it grow in its environment is far better than going and spending big money and making it look done day one. And I like the fact that you've got the natural stone retaining wall here and then the formality of the boundary wall.
Yeah, the local quarry we got to supply the rocks, and then the finished beautiful honed Versalop blocks.
Now, this is a nice touch because you're looking at a house that was fibro.
Yes.
And so, you know, people go, I want brick and mortar and I want big, strong structures.
Yeah.
And it's just 50 mil cladding, isn't it?
Totally. It's a fake stone, funny enough. It looks real. This is it, humble abode.
Well, this doesn't disappoint, does it? Oh, I love that, how the wall comes through.
Just tying outside into the inside.
Well, that's all about that experience, that Palm Springs.
Yeah. So we poured these concrete benches, we made these guys.
You made them?
Yeah, so that costs under $1,000. For what it is, it's got a lot of character.
For what it is, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
So is this a standard concrete mix? Is it a special mix and you put oxide in it?
It's just 20 mil aggregate with some black oxide.
I noticed the facade of this island bench.
Yeah.
Just looks like hardwood picket.
Well, it is. It was the leftover material from our fence downstairs. So trying to utilise everything, just, you know, because we want to have green thumbs in the end.
Yeah.
The less we can do to our environment, the better.
It's not a huge house, but that makes it another living space, which makes it a bigger usable house.
Yeah, I like it. And that was one of the things that we really wanted to not change the footprint of the house, but utilise every single nook and cranny. So this is inside, outside living, yeah. I sit and have breakfast, dinner, paperwork, everything's out here. This is my happy area, looking right here.
It's pretty nice, and like the first thing you notice is the foliage, and it's borrowed landscape because all those trees are in your next door neighbours except for the frangipani.
How good is it?
So that's fantastic. But then when you get out here and you see that mountain range, it's just, look, the clouds spilling over the edge of it and stuff, it's amazing.
Yeah, so this was always going to be the focal point of our house. We wanted this to be the centre. I guess I draw inspiration from nature. I just feel, something about it, you just feel better.
Well, do you remember sitting in a classroom, staring out the window, wanting to be out there? That's why I became a landscaper, because I wanted to be outside.
So yeah, maybe I should become a landscaper.
Nah, mate, you've got to be good looking to start.
Oh, okay, sorry.
You obviously, you know, you don't look after yourself enough.
Yeah, plumbing. We actually built this first. It's a little studio, just a one bedder. So we could stay in here while we do focus upstairs. We had a little table out here because it's only a studio, so you can't pack everything in here. So this acted as a really good space.
The built-in breakfast bar outside, it always reminds me of like Bali, you know, swimming up from a pool to a bar kind of thing.
Which is what we want to do. We want to eventually put a big pool in here.
But all it is just a simple bifold window, which is no more expensive than another window.
Yep.
But then when, you know, you've got friends over, or if you've got 3 messy kids and they're eating watermelon and ice creams and all that sort of stuff, it is the perfect spot. And it takes up about 30 centimetres of space for the stools.
Yeah, and the cool thing about that also, you bifold the windows and it just acts as extra bench space when you're cooking.
And this is probably my favourite Adbri paver, the Eurostone 600 by 400. It's been shot blast, so it's got texture.
Yes.
It's really safe to walk on. I really like it.
It is easy to lay. Someone like a plumber can do it as well. So we laid all this. If you want to critique it, is it good?
That's good, it's good. Mate, I've been leaning on this and now I'm going to admire it. Are these from the roof?
Yeah, so we decided to recycle all our trusses that we took out to create that rake ceiling. This acts like a beautiful privacy screen. It's rustic, it's got a lot of texture, and it's 1960s hardwood, so you know it's going to last.
Man, it'll look completely different in a year or two. The jasmine will be up there. And
yes, we can't wait for our plants to actually grow into the environment. So.
Future has come.
If all the houses on this street were for sale, yours would sell first. Because every mum and dad are going to pull up and go, I want to see the rest of the joint because it's so unusual. And you've thought outside the square. Like, you don't have a fence, but you've got a boundary.
Yeah, totally. And we wanted to not block out the view of the house, because first impression. So we just wanted to create a little bit of privacy with the beautiful block wall.
I love the large pavers because it's in scale to the large ColourBond panels. You've got the large windows, the oversized door.
Yeah.
If you had a tiny brick-sized paver here, it just wouldn't work.
Yeah, it would be quite busy.
You've got to remember, when this house was built, this was a new estate. Just like new estates going up today, they're built to a price point.
Yep.
And so when they put a driveway in, it was 2.4 metres wide because you get a car on it.
Bare minimum.
Yeah, bare minimum to sell the place.
Yep.
New house for a new family. What you've done here is super smart. You honed the concrete, so now it's as trendy as the local cafe.
Yeah.
It's got the lived-in cracks, which I like because it's a story. You've got a surface that's going to let the water go into the ground.
Yes.
So you haven't made it a harder footprint, so you're not in trouble with the council. The good thing about this is it looks like it's highly detailed and you've laid all them individually. But they come in a big paver, don't they?
They do.
420 by 315.
Funny enough, I'll show you, I've got one here.
So what you can do is you fill these holes with any aggregate or soil. I love it when they're turfed because it's a green space. I like lawn.
Yeah, fair enough.
But you get the pattern of these. If the car's driving over, the grass never grows on these. So you've got that pattern, and the gravel's a lovely contrast. Mate, when you were in concept and thinking about design, you probably went, oh, I want to put a fence in. Like, surely you're going, why picket fence? Not for this house.
Totally. We like character, we like texture. I couldn't go past this Versastone block wall. I don't know, it's screaming style and it's really easy to lay. So it's like building blocks for when you're a kid. It's really fun, easy to do.
The best thing about it is probably the most important tool. There's a little hand brush.
That's it, that's all you need, literally. Because it's got grooves in its actual block work, it makes you put it exactly where it wants to go. It
can't go anywhere other than the right spot.
Totally.
Now you're going 5 courses high, you're close to a metre. You can go to 600 without any engineering, but you can go higher.
Yes.
If you get it specced up, and that's what you've done here. What sort of footing have you got there?
So we've got concrete footing. First up, we mortared the first course of block work in. Once you get that first course, it's imperative to get that right. Everything comes, and it's just easy on top of that. Core filled it, capped it with the top, and this is gonna look like this in 10, 15, 20 years time. Beautiful. So, mate, as far as like
what you're proudest of. What's the thing about this house that floats your boat the most?
Oh, good question. I think it would be having a go at everything. Like, I laid this, I polished this, I helped the brickie do this, thank you, and done the pavers, I helped the cladding. Like, I had a part in everything that was done here. I feel like, you know, if I can do it, most people can do it. Like, this is not really hard stuff to do.
Well, mate, on behalf of everyone that's been able to watch this and for me coming around, thanks for letting us into your house. Congratulations. Palm Springs, tick, tick, tick. Design elements from the front door, from the letterbox to the back fence. You've really changed this place. It is incredible. It's a credit to you. Can't wait to see what you do in the future. I'm going to go and find that pier that looks a little bit like your retaining wall and get some lunch. See you, mate.
See ya.